Today on the net, the battle for Aleppo rages on in Syria. The US State Department using online trolls to fight terrorism. And an Argentine filmmaker transforms New York City into a huge theme park. With Damascus a scene of heavy fighting between rebels and forces loyal to the Bashar al-Assad regime in recent days, fierce clashes have also been raging in Syria's second city of Aleppo since the weekend. The rebel Free Syrian Army launched the offensive, which was partly organised via the web, where members of the FSA's military council launched appeals via social networks, urging rebel fighters to take up their weapons to free the economic capital. There was a strong response from opponents of Bashar al-Assad, as we can see here. Soon afterwards, intense battles broke out between rebels and government troops in various districts across the city. And with clashes raging in certain areas of the city since Sunday, there appear to be positive developments for anti-regime fighters in the battle for Aleppo. These amateur pictures suggest, for example, that members of the Free Syrian Army have taken control of 2 border crossings with Turkey. Other videos, like these ones, which are equally difficult to verify, show FSA fighters celebrating a new war trophy, a tank once belonging to the regular army, but abandoned during the fighting. And rebels in Aleppo also have support from local residents. As we can see in these documents, which are being relayed online, when Free Syrian Army soldiers arrive in parts of Aleppo that have been freed, they're given a hero's welcome from locals, chanting, singing and thanking them for the sacrifices they've made for the people of Syria. In the wake of the September 11 attacks in 2001, the United States declared war on terrorism. The battle waged on the ground and also online, as many fundamentalist groups use the internet as a communication and recruitment tool. The American authorities are concerned by an escalation of extreme Islamist groups using social networks to recruit new members. So a senior tech advisor to the US State Department, Shahed Amanullah, has developed a plan to discourage potential terrorists. The idea is to use online trolls to infiltrate virtual spaces, these online forums, and use logic, satire, humour and religious arguments to confront, undermine and demoralise would-be terrorists. This somewhat ambitious initiative has been named Viral Peace. The stated aim is to shame, humiliate and annoy jihadists by deliberately fueling controversy online. And to avoid detection and find ways to unsettle terrorists, Shahed Amanullah travelled to Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, Pakistan and also Indonesia to meet with Muslims and engage in brainstorming sessions. The initiative was launched in the spring amid great enthusiasm from participants who continue to contribute to online discussion forums, notably via the Viral Peace Twitter account and Facebook page. Washington, meanwhile, has already begun the initial discreet destabilization operations online. The methods may seem totally novel, but this isn't actually the case. NATO forces in Afghanistan use Twitter to stir up the Taliban, and jihadists respond to these posts with sarcasm and irony. Whether or not these types of operation actually have an impact on terrorist morale remains to be seen. With millions of Muslims across the world currently celebrating Ramadan, YouTube has launched 2 channels devoted entirely to the fasting month. The first is live streaming prayers from Mecca, and the second is hosting programs about the Islamic religion, as well as series in Arabic. Many American web users have been posting under the hashtags Aurora and Aurora shooting to comment on the terrible shooting early Friday morning at a midnight showing of the latest Batman film at a cinema in Colorado. Thousands of social networkers are urging Christian Bale, the actor who plays Batman, to go and visit the survivors of the tragic incident to bring them some comfort as they start to come to terms with their traumatic experience. In this video from Argentine filmmaker Fernando Livschitz, we see New York City turned into a huge theme park. With the help of some particularly impressive special effects, landmarks like the Empire State Building and the Brooklyn Bridge become a giant playground for adults and children alike. The video is part of an online advertising campaign run by Coney Island's Luna Park in the borough of Brooklyn.